Suni. Na enne eye wukwada. Oje fobosome ne da etoso edunan. Afi empinu eduonu enan. Mame se abodonko apemu meet mi yunumpo abetoso. NIT 100.9 FM. Jumadi ede bremo Oman nti ne se mene wu nyina ye hwehwe yidi ede ama oman no. Oman mpo enti ena ye soriye na apomodin mpo ensisi so a na odwene oman emma a etie wunti no na wasori ede abetena se na wo de kɔ. Obotantim wie Oman nti ne se wasori ahomache abetena se na wayi program ne nyina wie akodem afidie me sorry na maye me ho yie na efom na meko na yamamuso abomabomo edeme akokyere doctor na mania eba ne so obotantim union na metiasi ameka ho asem na report ne say Martin Kwabna obotantim kwache eye sechre kwamai de hye obotantim no wagya me hoyo obotantim ubeye bi na ebre no so ye no na wo kuri aka ye no ugusuti NIT 100.9 FM na Sabri we say and Nana Kwadwo Adepa on Facebook Live also rest well obotantim of Akwache. This is heart-wrenching to me personally, since I'm an added listener of Boiling Point on Oma FM. Inti Amra unia penyini kwabena.
Oh.
Na that close.
Of a media me fancy minua ena ye kwabena nti aya won wo frɛ me name ba me de o ka me je so bra ba bi pa metano no mitie pa ye unua ho Dr. Joseph Sianwe Japan nti asɛm yi beto odwa no menim sɛ ye nyina ya but Dr. Joseph Sianwe Japan ebe pem no pa on say on the right hand ma mienu eya wone kwabena enti sɛ ofra wona wonsa nkan wa obefra kwabena ɛna yesia wo honom nso a eye enuadɔne anyonkofa sononko kura den sɛ wɔyɛ obi a onsura asɛm ka ya ɔbɛka no te sɛ de tie na pempempempen na ɔkɔ ne baabi ɛya
na obotantim no wonim baabi free
ofa baabi
oh asɛm kɛseɛ bi si wɔ man mu ha na Abrakwache be kind news. Ena
okay, of an actress, I know what your newscaster.
Aye.
Okay.
Na o kind news.
Wow.
Na some kesi ni see ena ya delay say afi na ye type na ya print di amano. Asem no so wo say ekọ. Ena eye Abrakwache. A plain sheet of paper. And what see honum. And what plain sheet of paper no so. And the news no. I feel ya be print ya man no.
Okay.
And walking. Na okay ya. Na actually Mr. Sumensa can copy of idea ya printed ya man no. Nti okay ni nyina major points e wo mu nyina okay.
wa bra no won kura script no
onkura bibia onkura script bia plain sheet of paper de kuta no wo kan wie ye no na me be hye morning show ase and am say kwabena we obutentim ti sada na no pa na am sha ase friend obutentim kwabena kwa ache and obutentim no atim no
over there wo kan ne na chese multimedia na
ebi adom fm
multimedia
adom fm ekoto no April 2003
na wono wo ho
na ho
wow
eye kwabra kwa ache afie pukua eye osu aduon yes wasu asafo wakentimpo na no kire rukro eye Davis odino Davis onembeko na oye sports presenter na eye Kofi Compelson na Abeku Santana obunyina na mkoto mo in April 2003 inti babakwa achi na ono de ofreme GM na me my friend director if you say in 2005 November and me ba Hot FM as the general manager and of frame GM and July 2006 also so ne team no e call on my FM and oye director my friend director so no pe na baby a me wo bia no me ye program wi a wa frame na woni me review program no kwabena magi yako ai
ofana o nkwala sai
nya fi na mbijiri mu nkwala na obama
yama ebusia no yako
akwabena chese adwuma no Charles Kojofu su no sesan oye de obetimi ayi bia na bre no so ana okọ
na okọ ankwa noma ode ne kra ba afore oye de obetumi ne bre so a na okọ ose se obi bi ne abubonua ka obeto akuma ma no esanse adwuma a wo ye no ayi owu adwuma Charles nkwa me sebreni asukwa noma okwan a menam yimu de emu enhu nanso akwantuo mu nsam ya awerɛho ntina ode awerɛho aka akwantuo mu no na nkwansriye enya ne mepene se mesense wona mitiri hwefom sebrentina mana aba no saa abusia me fremu de akodwo na oboafo ni wo
abusua no
ofrimu no oboafo ni ho enti na obi asukwa no ma de arehu aka akwantuo mu e
baby owo
maka ntam senka meye bia bo abusuafo
ntam kese
daati mawu na me da ho anka manfo esu abomidin
yes ye chiri no
enso ma abusua de amanfo ye mpade po
abusua ne mpade pa
mama kantem adense therefore ba ne yede be yo kani
yes therefore ba yede be yo kani ba
nanso me mpa ba isebe ma na wu kojo ye ne emetumi emre ne so na mekro
eno ntina no pai obotantim kwabra kwa achi asore ahomache abetena se awie show no
obai
wa ba show awie Abraham, how many times and the presenters, more especially, Omo Bano Pano, Samenya morning show, to us on Soda Homache, in fear dua, it be a mint min can be.
Yeah.
Anopa sorry, no, enough for more,
and coquada.
Anopa sorry, no,
and coquada. anopa sɔre enkokwa woda ɛna time no nso wuni anu yie bia ɛsɛsɛ wo sɔre na wo ba
wutumi sɔre anopa no na wo ho nye wo yie
dabi
na ho dɔɔdɔɔ
yeah
na ayɛ osenka mempɛ asukuusu bi emfa emma
yeah
aso nya dwene listener no ho no
yeah
anka listeners o
dabi
odwene listener ba ko pɛ you are reliving the lifestyle of the listener
yeah
odwene listener no ho pɛ no na wasɔre onu akro no radio is a constant tune of
yeah
nipa sumasi sɛ o tune in na nye opotantim na ekasa obetune off
yeah
sa nipa no ena motivate you no wasɔre tameko
yeah
enti adwuma no enna form saa o
dabi
ɔse adwuma me ye no eye owuo adwuma
yeah
presenter setin samu
yeah
ɔse adwuma me ye no eye owuo adwuma
na ofa ye adwuma ye nso en saa na tie o wudi agora oh me bae na me boss bi de ayi bi message bi kire no ese kwabena hwe hu yie na asomasi abonkofo bi paase omontata na me se saa mate mekwa akobo aposifo amane se bia me ade se urade tiase a mekra tiase de wunyame but attempt mpo bade a na omonkosesa asomasi esanse ka se bia obeka asem bia obeka womutumi no a womope no ayi womu se womutumi ni wuhia te bibia nti bibia beye wosi akwan se ni tumi a wope no o hana tene kakra bi no na wode nani breba wo so na ya womu misa womu ho se womu a edi kan pre tumi india mi nom Adolf Hitler nom ne sankofo abesen korom wei wo ya dan ubetam nti aya monwene nipa ho kane na yete na yebebo no ye teach ni lesson yebeye ni say ade amfa so na obenya nti ofa no kura dwuma we ya ye no anya de adafom emu atem didie emu mpuota obi no what baby no odome ada ya waka asem anye ne de efie de yati radio sumpo nsem wa yekan over sometimes character ye portray wa ha obi tipe no afrefie yi ena yese afedi ase dai asawo danti nyina minim ho enso abia no waduma na wo ye enti ofanya yize saa but si yemia yeni na yekurekure mu nkakra yenya ne yize obi kasi yenya ne yize ana oboa na wafa anopa no kura wasori a wo ba no entempentihwe speed a wokọ speed a wokọ once a obeba bedu adwuma mu anso wan se na wo drive sa speed no anya easy o
if you say what say adwuma na wo ye no
yeah
eye owu adwuma
yeah
na nsubra ne bi toy ne nsubra ne toy no na ahomache no metie radio na de metie ne say me offer se Mark Jerry owo radios no kasan me tuto mu nsuo ibo me ne ade na hwe nya me ya say meduru animu ha say yakwa bia bonsu agu me ho ansa na me betena se and I'm say me offer say e ho na me certify ne say offer say no hungry for success na opa adwuma if it's a radio anopa no wuni excuse bia wo say ye be so radio no ama hwan abeka say nti we ye ntimi ama over say
over
okay
o me kai pa
wo so wan bo so gu
driver ground kwa de me ho no na
ano so ni toye
to na unse ye aha ne so ni to na ye flooded na me free Ashoman estate na neighbor enti Ashoman estate no so se ensuo to heavily pa na wo ba wo ba na wodru wo tra ye food yard ho na mfimfin won gata kese no ensuo yiri wo ho betre no ansa na oba bedru musuku runabout na watoto ma na wo bedru eye dome de a na enye kura enti me bedru dome no ka bia nko kwabena ka bia ma na ensuo na yiri wo dome ho yiri eye dome cross wo approach crossing ho no sa ensuo na eda ho no enti wo a wonhu se se wo fa ha na se wo fa ha na wo fa kakran na yetimi crosсе sanso na onim one faneten me kusua me hu me calculate because ka bi nko ana me nko ana me gina ho ena nsuo na yiri se me crosse
because ubekasa sisi ya hwese unza me kan say listener binti ubesori akono and at the time no I may refer to no na sa listener no na oye adwuma wo Vodafone
okay
Ghana Telecom Vodafone no and na ne nyonko pa na abọ mama ne say ne pasumasi wo pe wasam mache say
wantie okra
na bibi beto no so
na ne friend profiling no wo de say nipa ne na asi ho
so no enti dia wo ye bia no you imagine say nipa no how overreact na me pon so a wo be ka kire eye nadamfo no say ene onipa ene oye sei ye frema
wa fa na fomo
na me frema be bo mama ne say madamfo na ne oso ye sei
obeka de oye nyina dito
na me maka kire frema say na wo so ye tie bi mas me adaji am di tie wo
yo nipa di sa wo
a professional eti adwumam na onu timi calculate wo ye say no no wie a wono ama rendition e di ama ne nyonko say we nipa no eno ye say na radio no who focus on the massa untimi nye
David and different profile you focus on a particular person yes
because say address where a professional woman was stiletto be necessary enti wonne was a kata mo kire no wonne was a kire say bia na traffic wo kwam wonne was a kire say na weather need to say wonne was wo kan bibi ma osere because bi kura no pa no kura na kwala na dwa no ho ama school all CSO continue CSO enti radio enura epe na UTV eba ye kwabna prince ni efua eso mebusa me na meka chom so radio no ma mienu ensesa da over the years internet aba ho anwan aba ne ade eso radio that immediacy
yes BBC na
and na face radio no proximity wise no just a bank so you can imagine say wunya the last rendition of asemo see anopai Ken City buildings no ma obotantim kwabra kwache such a colossus ekoya na just say he was on radio and teachers bibi kura hano and so still and you ubusa say how many presenters how many times and ADAKABRI me tia say miama kumam musumunim me hu kura mfame nanso no don't let the listener know you are suffering listener when ni gia ote wo ketrema so listener when ni nya ote wo ketrema so and no matter what let the listener feel happy and say what the tia konwa so a yetimi be ka che say ye ko break aba na wo tikikiri e wo studio ho yes that is how real.
But found him say, yeah, bay, and na yakra no in coma, many on my FM journalist, bin an enam. Yanam says, yo, Nikamuna meti, on the cranny be see me. Na yako mouse 7, say, over I wouldn't be a mouse. One more tongue could be the idea be war.
I mean, so one
side the band out.
Baby,
cooking rice naturally.
Omuton coconte be or. Enti ahwana
cocaine rice echiri wa
musa mudi ana munimu
sukus wo posi
the sukus wo eti ya no so magna unim kokontedi eti ye di na meka kire ne se me wafa benti onye fast no ma mesi me na wafa manko ntem obedwa na me kra me kan sei na me de kire no no so when on your fast nti ya no so nti ni kokonte ne kra no wato ena me so mato me de o ye fast aba be semi aduane ne jagu kan no sande ko
be jagu kan
okọ my fm say o your my fm journalist o eti wonim o ba yi enwom no say hey wo fa no na ye kan se bi wa chire ama ye kra yesiri you
yes
na ye enwom ba ko asan aba
yes
ena me nya messages 5 messages ni nyina afira ma no ne ena o mu bi sam say na magere mo so ene ede na asi an koma na mini journalist na edi wo ka anim no ena ba ko the 6 message no other about some of the mo no and you na bugusu bo ayi enwom no still wo fanka sai na me cry ya ka dem say hey me wo fan na me say tade ka ne nko na me sure say ne ye ko concept na me de me ye jane sa eti ye dru we your friend say apostle producer for
traffic light
na say and na wo ma announcement now kra mbo de wo ka obutenti me kra de ye hu de ekọ na said ya wama nipa na shoke sisi amene okasei sisi amene okasei uti o obesi mu ha ya me di mrika ba aduane na meto ye no ne de na eto ye ni bebe kwa eje agu ne kan mo san o de ekọ
ene na de bia so radio no
so
hye no so post traumatic loss say obi betie asem abeka na ebetimi anya effect on him na bedru stage mo beka senka ADAKABRI anka mante asem we ya enye ne senka me suffer such a trauma nti da bia so wo ka so a na wasan hwe in radio no improvement e was a bemu no e was a da nyina no because me kan bibi say radio no so ne ade a obi betimi atie na so you focused on ade a oye onya de oye
unlike other platforms
onya de oye emma me tie radio the radio no ko wie say obi jai de oye otie wa enko more than 90 seconds say obi timi jai de oye na o focus on asema wo kan radio no so more than 60 seconds na you are a genius because there ebema wa jai de oye say nsem hunu be na nkrofo ewo mu die nsem hunu be na kwabena wo ye na fe se wa pause a minute na opese utim ede emano because this ade na call 1 2 3 4 fifth one ansa na awura na sum ama wate asem a wo ka no obutentim one na na kire rukuro na ombewe kokotenam ewo eyepenisan ECG ewo St John's way.
Oh yeah.
I was
easy you know. Easy
the chili one no. E bi honum joint na minim say kokotenam no e da ho honum a.
And yes I we and omo titon kokotenam pa. And because o tra dome e ko no so dome zonal office one. We ye Gan East. From zonal office na wo dome na omo titon kokotenam.
Oh.
I represent. What honestly is shocking. It was yenti mu kakra nti obedjuma no pay.
And obedjuma no pay.
Okay. But when to me anwie the program.
Ma I just say what timi kra asem kra.
I represent. But me ni nya close contact no. 2.5 years in here. And me ni nya close contact. Baby you could share ye di kind pa ye chop house unse pediase lodge so wo fu pediase lodge na wani kire ye kitase no wo filling station bi ho I think a girl filling station
and you're right one unsan na be for
chop house watina mo watina bruchira chepa
eno ba what dey abeji honum
yes yeah that papa no yes
bia no kwa obey your kama
oh yes
dunya oh your kama now chance who of anime
right when me culture ento ona me kasa o ta bisa wase pa o ta bisa wase several times o frame bia o ta bisa wase ekwa ne the first time me ne ofakwamna kwa chi
enti ekwamna kama eyi koso papa kofu fie nkofo
yeah
dunya asame dowo a
na kura ho because honey dey ben proximity ni say
obema enkwan ne bibia
kama
e just wo abisa be basiesie o
eso na just ona na aso wasene okay fine got a many of
tie kwabna mama say comment be a nanopa or year or radio so
okay.
in the submission no be na intie kwabna kwa ache obutenti mo say
infrastructure is equally important. I mean, can say election. Your last year, President Koye State of Nation address on all common or printing a whole booklet. If I acquire or no by a year. The whole booklet. Or they can home. Pictures can home. No, they call parliament.
kwabna say what tie voice here uhunu bi say offer obutentim na ne ho edodo no
of our tewo na kasa no mu say as a struggle kakra
mami sam mo mi entie bi
okay
because enne February 14 anopay kwabna kwa ache na e kasa yi enti yensan tie bi enti ba ne se susu na afidie ne boafu amra
say anopa na akra no okoye aduma
enti anopa no oba adwuma enti ne voice ya o maybe a voice na say empese ba ati say ene aso beba kwa bra na ya ba adwuma na ye struggle ya na etesen
oh ofa ye nyina ye was experience ni bi na what he could say ofa say ono kra de bem say started last week code o say wode ne ho ba bia ente ana ye ne kura ya ye ti hai ofa say we say aya ma ye nka eniama aya esians ya betena ha na nka bi wo ho a anopa no ma frɛ magderi oh kwabra we me so me wo kwalabu me ba and quickly masaba magderi ayi menyan enru yo efe na ayi nti wo de yayi kakra me ba but womu tie ye ne de aya na womu nim eniama ekom
yeah enti na top presenter bia no so who confidence that there be a replacement
yeah
hwehwe assistant na wonim eda ehun be hia am assistant kwabna was it 2007 and the late Kwajoban Redu say ofri mo no
yeah
na the late Kwajoban Redu efri mo no na ese hame because I'm hwe as I said the way I know see enmity say the no see yeme no a no free mu na agosi ade wo ha na ko be cancel mu na ehun afi na ma me feel uncomfortable
Kwajoban Redu wo no you kwabra say na mabetena radio so anopa say na me de say me de minim na gas reflux what in the da Mami enko break na me na metro aso cancel okay
what's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special ice, natural mineral water. Feel different.
Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Twem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku potomanto. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibia nso beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Udan kan no ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nso wo hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwade wapi ho. O ka sa batete. Eda fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a baba worry.
Asew.
Ye fear say this way chocolate drink ya sorry no pa no ne nom. Ye be chef fridge nom no say snack. Ye nya ho no ye de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne ye nom. And this way no ti anu a, he se kire wom, koko wom, milk wom, bibia wom, ade wo hia ne so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwehwe say adwede nkratoe mo agye atum say eye.
Sir, right, a womanizer. He is not good for you. Mommy, I get me photo. I get me photo. We need be more about. Jane, okay, cano. They be no be so. I say what I need to know.
Maria Teresa, UTV telenovela for Frayako Faba. Maria Teresa, eya baba wa ho fefo. Nimdi fo ya wo po de bra e wo krokasiem. Na so akwa wie se wo papa akoda afiase enti wo san be krase ebe hwe abusua adwuma said ye be ya ebe koso. Na forma ya woda adwuma na no woni nani nhia sei na so adwuma ye betumi akoso ana wodi ho ahi ebe sa akoninti.
Maria Teresa, let me catch you. Make us some pesa ade no kra ne free go. Mafaya mo.
Maria Teresa, UTV weekend telenovela. Ye sandia ba. Ye you know efiada memeneda kwasiada nwumre na nwotwebia ewo UTV so. Sini Maria Teresa nya daji na hwabi na namfo ni bi ye cobra, abusuafo ni bi ye cobra. Ebinom ye kakape hwohuye.
Meet 100.9 FM sini. Pamra asma me ka chere say twa me twa so kakra bi pressure e ba say me complete story no.
Idea na wo kan no.
Na me kan no. That point na me kan irrelevant for the bia no. Panyini de na wape spare driver.
Yeah.
And wape assistant. Nya wo hu say the bia no kwa be ye bibia. So
Yeah.
na don't abuse your body.
Yeah.
Yasema America na Kojoba obi oye finance minister na edanu a ofiri mu no na nopa na ye bibi to do with the finance ministry and de wo ma be ye minister ma kese wo pom kra na omot Bank of Ghana wonti omonka anopa no Kojoba explaining government policy ekere me adie se mika se no wo minister for miensa na ewo fie ho ensoso no me frɛ no South Africa and was say na ne voice mu no man ti bibia say like a serious say obe free mu sa adam na e ba say we free mu no afi na ayem bibibi na me feel comfortable na me humete biya me hu hwe enti anopa abetra se afede program na me ye no no we ambasa che se matriko nyina ye bibi stab mama biya me hu hwe nye ye struggle koi but afede edru ba bi no ana aye Kofidua any Jeff Chenko he decided said they won't let me continue. They will not let me continue. Why never transfer me? Ye just show no. I can stay. And I said, Inti na weekends. They might delete a large battery every program. The micro san director say, "Yeah, quick, move a large battery, mommy." And the phone is boom one a large battery. FI. I'm say large. Me fine, bruh. And the pressure wo Kofidua ni Jeff Chenko so say wo mi ntwa de no so na yenko wo so mpeso obi abe hunu say there's a break on the show. Ya ba Alhaji Baturi so not. It would dimrika. Alhaji Baturi wonye morning show da. Wonye say na enti honor me resolve will say at every time. Nya obia in case of emergency
obetimi
enti say abna fremon ya safuo kwefri yo ma omu rudimentaries of show na wo ye no at the center oh and then radio present newspaper no animu nsam ni bi ye betim chicha kakra ho interview kakra ho enti nyina eso omu no wade foforo ye but ma omu hunu basics no na emergency betimi di aba in this canin so na say one station per not a neya ye wo Peace FM panyini no na chiriba OKFM and sana online UTV NEET FM te na krada obenya presenters wa ha quickly obi betimi asori ababeshim na nkanya saade a e was at every time no kwefremon friends saying abrefremon ya kesi nana ya safo kwefriye birthday girl omu nyina church omu the rudimentaries enti alaji batu de be so mu no wode fa no de si ya ansa na Jeff ovid ya hwe echi na Jeff e de me call Trust Hospital na ade na ewi me no me call Trust Hospital doctor so hwe me so na no me check ya yeso so afri mu even Dr. Ernest Chemboa eti Dr. Ernest Chemboa o hwe me no so shinya me me am free be nyakwala me free say be nyo okedia e de o ma me private wing says Snit Hospital yanyem nto so na kwabena ehwa na hunu say adwuma mu so no obi do wa na obi so no so no na reception me nyaaye no just say esa wo homfa wo na me so me da so da hwe so yo ntina nwumre na Dr. Chimbu ase me nko me ko via da dwo abra me da onu mo sa na event say edam paso na ese yi kwakwa do bibi ede nano fam manum etutumani
sa
enti mi dwane kwakwa do bi no na mi roli ya akoto fom ti mi sorry ya na me tata na mrantie mienu na wo me nchen yansia ani Kofi Love na me Kofi nza mi nko Snit Hospital obiem other way me sa koye na this time enye Dr. Ernest Chemboa na hwe me this time Dr. Mahama na hwe me eti Dr. Mahama no so hwe nya me na me be sorry akono o se na o ma me da consulting table no so eno ode ni nsam yenu wei ebo me yafrumu bim SHS etimi boban ayi kutu eno so gas reflux na eduru o ma me kokoto ye no a chese antacid no ne buanya de mibufuafu ye the way na ma ya basasa no a kese minim se me yare pa na me nti din da se gas reflux ti anadwo no me sa ba ma na me hunya nto me ye anti anadwo no so me sa be beto ho no mo so a wakra bi so so abie na numa kese wakra no etu me hwade akwa ni excuse my friend
and na no me na wani so so and baby a wuduru ye ide
tro no
oh baby a wuduru na e wache okra no kuta ohwom
can you imagine until the third day and I feel the say yeah artificial charcoal no activated charcoal no ebua me ansana me ye okay kakra na fe me accept say the late ban redo we free so enti enuma pi ti me koso abra wote console na chi but it is not within you say Ubema, don't ever let the listener know you are having challenges listener no or no when you ji an ni age or who are listener no rebe ho to do your best if you asafu a na meto anu mo ana me nua ba frem say ozu anti afrimu into okolebu na mso yo mate me pon ameba it question asafu a kentimbo do no. That was May 2013. It don't know Safwati ya say some more as here now because breakers I mean quick call you know. It is Safwa the daughter as I know because our phones and I'm okay with them. the point ya me catch and say me maame afiri mu na me kono say akọ ye wudi ni papa as someone dey to wani mu ne na kan wanu to mu eye show nam say don't ever let the listener suffer your fate. Do the show the entire show ni ma no listener need information or pe bibia tie obi abadwom asate e kase no ye nto ne no ma bi etiquette kakro de fa ka e de ba edwom kra no wan hwa wonya case ka de be kofie na ne raho na ne dia ne so amfa radio no nto neat 100.9 went me amana ni anye afa na wo wos wo how
no beka
wo sa beka de akire no to anya den ojo fo so asesen kwamna sa tim biem chem na yemfa nye yasem
the second one no and no waka say Kenya kwa yase na nampedi ne ma dance for amanfo me subo ni din o koje me de tumi hofo semaye o sansani de ene enka me de mitiri betwa so
be ye sansani de
ene enko de ni tiri betwa so ya simbe ma na wu se ubre na unya na ye cha salentima Ghana Video City
Asante Mampong
hono wo
Asante Mampong Video City and the Video City da ho Mampong for minimum do mo de aye
wow Charles Age udin afise woni pa medite bi o oba meku amesa oba meku ye ni emetumi emre ne so ana mekuro ankwanu anome bu anume ankwanu me ebre so ana meko
nanka obie timi ekọ gracefully say ya nanka yo obotantim kwa branko ache
na me hwe omo program na omo ye no
me yentie voice na no pa no okay na kwa se obenya kakra de ma me me yentie anapo ba show no na all your reference to Ghana Mampanyini and Amobi Otu ye
pictures ka ho no they call parliament NDC efa abadwaku mo ye mu hwehwe mu bibia omo wie no omo hu se ampa nanado oni atro e kwa na oso
edisu ahunu there's a sound voice way na also struggle kakra voice no
of initially no man tini but the old boy ye mu da hoy de ne of I want to
Nekia incentive voice say that man na kasa you
yeah
few hours answer na obi free mono Nekia me incentive no
infrastructure now zo nyi bia wo de be kire dia ene na onso ho enti infrastructure is equally important America say ye be ko election mu no your last year president koye state of nation address on all kono or printing a whole booklet efa akwanya ono na by eyi
and you say voice so voice no say be the pushy voice na dey ba o minimum no
yeah
anoma de ye liners na nipa de sinex ana so
voice highness
liners and a sinex I'm saying that nipa de liners and anoma de sinex and a voice the voice box no
yeah Emma voice in it me pie no
so to unze we no the voice ni irritated
there be any irritated na enam de si nti se okeka si ani na se utie voice ni ya you realize say at some point na as a struggle kakra yes
a latter part
no na no struggle kakra me oyobia
elocution unze nem from kakra
unze at say me for instance say menya cold flu na say me kasa aya me struggle kakra te say Monday I struggled Monday na meti ano me nya ni easy cra
as one can so
Debbie even messages especially me reading messages and we say continuous it na me breathing na me struggle to breathe na me de ahome so na me de ready me say ntina I try to control eti ya na me control kakra because na me minimum no me am tum say me minimum no ha me na me voice ne enhye da nye clearer Monday no on air me a mete ko na me nim say yes
enti first aid
so
first aid you find serious o man we mu
first aid is ya toto awe yeah
but first aid no
very important very important say bibini we be na first aid no kra no nim de be na work sisi a we tip a de na say wo fa o kra we nim
no ti na pa wo ni nyina kire say de nyina to say yes was slumble onto the floor we twahwe obi twahwe a wo first step de na be
and the ji be sa nim de
for no
mo yeah so we ni nyina ne because obi e twahwe a de na say wo ye say no amani nyina ne say yenya hu nim de
no na adano na me ka wo
say yenya hu nim de
sa safety measures ene sa nioma ni nyina nkasa se wo mo kire ye free school ya yankwala no a den na asre ho no no ano ofa den na asre no na nkasa se wo mo kire ye sa safety nioma o sa dan na wo ka ye wo fie na eja to ho a anase accident si a anase wo maami kokoma anase wo papa kokoma ede ye ne ye be ye eno ansa wansa 3 days ye be kwa akoto na nkwala ne tete wo mu maami funu obi anim se ye ti hai se BBC na sa wan frɛ wo doctor na wan bisa doctor sa doctor ayi ye se na ya me me kura sei ene nansa me frɛ doctor na me bisa ne se doctor ma hanum se no wose a inflammatory diaspora o se bia ba ka bibisa wose se inflammatory diaspora enumpo minim na de ban se woye wan so woye de an chesi yenim hwe yatia na so obi ti ahwekura obonsu obi adwane
we dey say Ghana hayana what was it called banquet for honum
okay
the president of Ghana was in attendance and the ministers who nyina and na anyini baako obuhweye Ghanaian ministers ni nyina adwane
wa look
the Japanese ambassador no yoba the Japanese ambassador no na ono timi attended to nipa no losing the tie no etimi bie ne batem no ema wo 10.5 ema airway no chese pramatim fam yiyi ne mpaboa ne ade na mhwe se di na we
Ghana fo ni nyina adwane
minister fo ni nyina adwane
yes
o se wo fa et say we
training no wo makomache no wo mu gusua na ba officer ba ko
prison service
form team obi agina ho hwe
et say obi any epilepsy na nipa no atwa hwe otwahwe a unse sabre no ni veins ni ade ni nyina stress utum say stretch no enti ni position kra so de da no ni position so de da no kra na say nipa bi timeboa no e da no but nipa ne yesa ne nyina ne yadwane ne yagya no
na maja woni say ye ho no ye kire yen say na ye wo ntafo bi anu wo mukosu no wo mu ye ebi wo so enti wo mu kire ye say eba kobare nipa no
yes that is the best
enti wo mu kire ye ma ye hu ye ma say obi wo bi so na se ye hu say eba pene yakoba mo wo bo say na ade na teko ma mi bi say
no na say okobam no kra na say anko aso okofom a obe save no
good on vanity
mo entimi nkonkobo ho
yes
obe save na wadane no ama na dane nchiem
wonim say enkra happen na me be hu say sa ya de no o eye hu but ye kura wona nya hu nia obi a woton emuni beans anopa emuni beans ya yasa line no etumi ba manjado obeto fom owie no oprapra no ho a
obeto na aduane to
ni ya da so gina ho me na mba first yo wensa da bi wona oba first yo ni ya gina ho no asa serve ye wo serve ye nyina ni ye kwa e wonso ye line because when na ba first ya be ba be di so and say otwa hwimpo si ye ne yesusa nti yanim se nti se epilepsy ni ba no otwa hwe a eno anti ye gira ho no mo anya abotra na ne so ate
na mo hwen no
ai na ne so te no a no wa propro no no wa sa be gina ho no wo serve ye nti tete obi a wotu kwa kwa baby ansa hu se sa na ya ade a yesi ehu ba ye ho no na nya hu sa oh ai akota maame de no ka benku ne kakofro ye si ya nkwala ye gire nyina ho eto na mai akota me to na 50 cities when so 50 cities oyi nam ne na seso a no wakam wode ne sikam a wode farmer me wode farmer we ya ji ye ko but but nkawa say obi a wo to aduane no oyi nam no wakam mienu no wa cha mai but eniema bi wo honom a ye bank ran na ayete so yade bi wo we bi so a yesi wa bomusuo ebi kura yesi wa ye bayifo ene yesi wo ye sei no wasi wo ye sei but nka ye kura ye ho ye trɛtrɛ ye niema de bia me ka say ma jani niema ye sua wo school no ho ebi before asase ye ma ye ni bie kakra because niema bebre ye sua wo school a amoa yen ye ni safety measures bia ye ni first aid measures bia ye ni mu she enkwada te ho na se ba ko twahwe anu omu nyina adwane ba kunya tie mu panu omu nyina adwane even kura no wansha omu betumi adwane akogina atire ete nipa na wuo na ansa na wo ma asa aba ho enso nko obi betumi asevu no enne nkwale ya abi obeda aka chene se obi tahwe afo anoko kana no ne hu mframa guni mu oye
enti CPR won't da
of a CPR
say obo all pompie ama your friend say wakoma no a stop ye no obetimi a restart wakoma no ama asan because wakoma betimi a stop
anya no bi na me ka say me frɛ doctor na wa say inflammatory diaspora is it diaspora
yes
he said something
ni nyina ne say wakoma betimi a stop abra wu ye it say yetimi pompe wakoma ya do to ya obetimi a pompe ama akoma na a restart ya akoma no restart ya afi obetimi asan home se BBC se BBC na se onu akro no ubonsi ya se wabu ahwe na ya so no praka yenye attempt bia se bia ye bua no kwan bi so ya did do hospital ya say ya pronouncing dead on arrival omkra no am friend BID brought in dead in the hospital for no note on by BID brought in dead it just na say nipa no bushi ye no say emergency technicians ne ba ya ambulance for ne ba ya omo nye ne kikiri so omo man so ede ne hospital ombe attempt to say akoma no na ye astop no a omo ya ma akoma no ayeden a restart enti omo ya ma akoma na restart ye no eno no na fidie bi ambulance no man sa na yetemeka say we ya ambulance enye bibia ka say trotro bi ye say ambulance afidie wo mu no AED ni ye emergency automatic emergency defibrillator kwabna wie ne bra be kamamintie say AED no a full word ne ye automatic emergency defibrillator
automatic emergency defibrillator
you got it right you got we nipa bi awia taso nim say kwabna ntimi nka enti sa AED na wa ambulance no mu no eno no be try say yebetimi ama akoma na san restart na omatimi de wadru hospital dan say yebeja na akoma na CC na ukọ into shock eti short time no yama wanya medical assistance edi ayo so ahunu so obi kura no se bibisa na so ebi kura na akoma na eye ne sa na yama ne tenase ana yama ne da ho ne nyina no ya nkyira yan aiso do ka akoma fitani no opu abuo on ka de kura haka no me eno ansa wo de magi u say ne ma yo ka na ma so but nko ka kire okra na uhunu sentence bi anu ahunu doctor for do saying akwa bi ko ya na ni abre na nakoma na all this cabinet and professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng and o say wakuma na eti aka wo ka say ubenya adaje kwado nsa so ba ka say o frɛ obi so no like say onim said de wakuma na ye wade ebetimi ato a je bi ko be lose control enti ehia ma say ye nyantete ye papa na won say no in other jurisdiction almost as ye dey sa defibrillators ni bi ebobo public places the train station transport terminal because was it Tottenham Hotspur and I said Tottenham White Hart Lane and player baako ebushi wo park no so and them said be na cardiologist bi ete stance num and otimi two mirika eba park no so e take charge abro take charge no no mutimi frɛ helicopter ebe airlift no ede no call London Hospital Whitechapel so you can imagine say say and will be bushy or parking no so a dear na kebe
oh wa fi ebe dwane
of am say wo kasa nyina my idea na me too
aden
ebe dwane
so because your system de bia ade bia me advocate pa ne say your health ya pomudene obi bia wo pese obedi o man enim na say your priority and into the other time na me Kwabena ka na me ka say na ko obi bia wo beji atum say ye de o man di bia bia ba be hye won sa no ente say wo kwa ama no ne ekoje ayaresa o manyimu ha yensa ayarewa wo ye president wo ye hwanyo wo ye MP yensa ayarewa na won so experience ye health facilities ayewo na hu say ye was special you from saying specialist akodo ayewo na wankasa won so wura mu bi na my policy makers is mo dwen ho a mama health no aye ade a be a priority here whatever time I met a radio so on the 10th of January 2023 around 7:25 I received the first call from Mechiri Derek. I me madwen say ne car ekuta no 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 o baby sa me fuel because ono no car no ko twi a edu Monday na obeko school na o me top ni fuel kakra ma no sa na ne madwen ba ne ya nkomo foforo go do believe say me nua no time a one me wife ego fie me ba
on me late wife
me bay ebe kachire ne say Uncle Derek mommy has fallen down. I don't know what the washroom.
5 years old.
Yes, 5 years then. Oh no edim recall no so on the washroom because I prepare ako school and I'm so ready. Ora she oba me bedroom odru washroom who say situation in immediately on my door of friend national ambulance. Baby I want a residential area Atomic Hills Estate na no quite difficult say we be pie no wetima ko hu obi say on beboa na camp wo fi a on mo amfa nipa ni hyemu na wa drive no to Ga East Hospital no so we say the city no it was for national ambulance no once on no
precious time na ye lose no
so time now enti offer national ambulance no na that time na ono so prepare so obenyu obi a obehwe so obetimi abeboa no na wa mafa no na eche so mo de na kwa akɔhye ka mu na wetima drive so obehia o mpokra na no machia mo Atomic Hills ebia Presby ho
at that time to know here stability and then you move that facility
but that time no say
and I just say requisite a year skill man and know what say obetimi stabilize waiting
go
your friend is saying
ambulance no cry say ambulance the beba no obenya assistance Grand no ababeboa no wafa no na
it is such as a accident victim
sa pepe
how you handle the victim
so enti say no ma we ni nyina na ye enoma bi a ewo ya pom dini ni mu a wo fa say ye ma ye ni ko
ma jare asasa ye de kan ya disua
Pow.
Yeah, they can.
Because your health in the say life is about good health.
Yeah.
Then na you ko ben nyina.
Yeah, they can.
Ya pomodene. Enti say ye nya san enti tie we na ye nyina ye ntimi anya sa basic knowledge no. Fine. Wo benya nimdia say obetimi dia try to stabilize no. But what I could believe say wo ko dru hospital ho. I just said 30 minutes later and sa national ambulance free back.
Say you be check baby.
Say location, we see location no way. Show.
Me just say effort so no one let me cause.
Ono na oye ya konya obi. Ema obi beboa no. E de no to car mu. And driving from a few to a hospital no. It's about so koni ya. There about 10 minutes. Be at 10.
So within 10 minutes you can get there.
10 minutes we be through ho. Wakwa ko through ho 30 minutes later. And no more revert to ne call. And na wo mu bisa ne say oma location ye. Ono the Atomic Hills Presby.
I said Presby is no main road.
I mean
Presby because so next door to a police station.
A police station, very good. It's a corner of the year landmark.
Because on Nyakas Atomic Hills Presby. Check it kwa na. The woman say the call must have gone to a central fence and console.
No woman relate to
the district no. Eti afa na omo no cancer no. District no mumu so ebeba baka ka say kire ye hoye.
But what na take it 30 minutes?
And does it have to?
No.
And na me one way.
Oyi adwuma emergency services ni bi na hwe edru ba bi ho no mo a. How they take things casually. Why we abetwa hwe. Say wo no wo nye health personnel.
Yeah.
Na bibi asi. Na wo de na to eye care mu.
Yeah.
Na wo de na kwa kodru eye hospital ho. Na wo
present. Once pre wono.
Ya ma wo eye stretcher. Na pa ye nkoyi no. Na bia make say orderly no kura so wo hwe wanim ni so wo hwe wanim ni. Na wa hwe wo be ka bibia ma orderly ni buafu. Wo be ka bibia ma nurse ni buafu. Because wo susu say mirika bia wo muntu mra no.
Ba ono no so ahunu say eye normal. Eti wo fate say dia wo ken. Eti why not say my brother ni place call no. O kan say oni eye and sister o ana say oni obi wo fie nipa na twa ahwe. O san ke ko no ko mo so betimi adwama no. Direct no.
Say.
Very good. So say ka media o betimi direct no. Adan nipa no I say bia or washroom.
The ba ne say.
So na
ka yetimi redirect call no to the nearest ambulance station.
Yeah.
Na omo de ma emergency health technicians na wa ambulance no mo.
Yeah.
They could be directing you what to do once they get there.
That's right. Good. Nana no communicate.
Enipa miensa.
Okay.
Baako is in charge of the motor vehicle.
Good.
Ambulance na mienu and na be take charge we chire honom. Enti no Baako could be on the phone to you. Ebusa say e dey no ye reaction ben or the horse saying key point is on person making sure say otimi home here okay ti dan ni nchen mu say making sure say bibia no wa si ne kwan feeling inside it before some bedroom on na they have a fair idea someone
very good but when the bibia in see you who said you can say it say you because you nyina nim de e wo ho nipa no nye nurse onye oni medical field ni mu
entiness sua first aid
so wa fa udi sua first aid nipa ni sua first aid yes system ano nipa dodo say kwa ni first aid kanka bibi say yes ake ko so
gusu aye nyina ye to adwene
oh bibi say yes ake ko so
ya say ya disuam enti sa niam we bi wo ho ena aya amode to ntan na excuse me to say o aya mo kire enkwada yamba kire wo mu condom se ene kwa
a life skill ura
ofa
sa kwanche we bi wo ho ene ukọ yes net hospital se busumi nsia bia wo pese ukọ ye pensan medical sa minyin se be cost 300 cedis kura ubetimi akọ yearly one no en cost 400 cedis kura na wotu an mo de 300 cedis no wo de bedidi e wo campeskis Unfanko and medical. I mean, intimate country say, way. And when you have a fair idea of said who city na, it is comedical.
Yeah, of Ametiasia. ɛna sɛ yɛsua nso a ɔho sɛ ɛbɛma yɛnya fair idea about yɛ nipadua na nkasa mpo sɛ deɛ si fansen ɛne wo ho baabi yɛ wo yɛ a ntɛmpaa na mo ɛsɛ sɛ wutu but yɛnim hyee nipa no wɔse na bɛti yɛ ne ya na wakɔtɔ painkiller wɔse ne nan yɛ ne ya na wakɔtɔ painkiller sɛ saa painkiller no ɛdeɛ bɛɛ paa na ɛbɛyɛ ne nipadua ɛdeɛ na ɛbɛyɛ ne nipadua yɛnim ɛno nso wɔ no akɔ akɔtɔ bi saa nneɛma wei nyinaa yɛbɛtumi de aka yɛade sua ho safety measures first aid safety precautions deɛ accident yɛsi wɔ fie sekan twa wo bi a wobɛyɛ dan sɛ wei ɛtehwe fam na ne ti kɔbɔ fam a wobɛyɛ dan so obi kɔ akɔdware ɔfa nansen stroke yɛ abɛyi dodoɔ no ayɛ sɛ wɔtehwe wɔ adwaeɛ dodoɔ no ayɛ sɛ wɔtehwe wɔ adwaeɛ nti ɛdeɛ wokɔdware a deɛ na sɛ sɛ woyɛ a nipa no wɔtehwe a deɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ yɛnim hyee wahu yɛnim hyee
ɛna mekyerɛ sɛ ɛnɛ yɛwɔ nipa a ɔmoyɛ red cross pokra red cross ɔmo kyerɛ first aid so ɔho red cross pokra kyerɛ first aid yɛwɔ nipa bi so a ɔmo ɛso so ɛkyerɛ first aid training betumi nipa ba umma no less than 100 cities ko betumi akyerɛ first aid adeɛ a wɔsɛ woyɛ nti in a household no koraa no woka sɛ ɛyɛ bɛrima wɔyere nkwalaa mmiɛnsa first aid trainer no mmra na 500 cities koraa wode ma no a obetumi atraining ata generative video
wafa de okay ya befa because ya ha system ne de say ya anye ne sa wo amwa ho de a wo problem because your hand they said they are normal work no it wo ha de bia no
CPR na ne kan ye no o say cardiopulmonary resuscitation as it means e de ben ya
resuscitate
cardio pulmonary resuscitation then no say it can help save a life during cardiac arrest when the heart stops beating or beats too ineffectively to circulate blood to the brain and other vital organs. Means the akuma no na epumoja nako. This akuma na ntimi empumoja na anko ama u vital organs and as u brain na ma hwe damage a etimi ba. So ahunu. Enti we mu nyina no abna
ofa
yento nchia. Na mem from mawate ana me no mo ka ombaji so ba ko bi ase 100 cedis a na omo nkyerɛw say CPR no in the unlikely and as a first aid rather into CPR ka first aid no ho basic no ma otu ase se awufie wo first aid box ofie
ma me no wo bi
ye yasem
wow ye in charge with your own.
On in charge.
On in charge.
No. Hey, Obana in charge of the home. Obana in charge of the home.
Okay.
So only no pray who are mobile mu wie de o
ono ne yeti no.
One way in charge.
On Obana in charge of the home.
Niti no oye abusua ti no e dey.
The home. The
Santo kwa we
matrimonial home no. Obana in charge of the home. It is sikabia expenditure wo fie obi ano. Pam Obano.
Na wo be man where you weni
Obama
na wo be man where you weni
Obama in charge of the home
if you have first aid box you could win me but you have to be you wo be man Obama dey manage ono do manage home no ba wo be man no na wo ye in charge e ju kwa no akọ be first aid box no so ahwe enuro sen na wo because ana man eno many bitim kra ye nifaso na ni refi ne ho eti wo na ese wo kọ na akọkọ hwe
manu momani wo saa enro ne nkwala no we ho chan ye ne mema
za
yeah because manu on say okọ we wode na okọ hospital okọ aba nti e ba no enro ne ade no a aya na maamefo ne taa ya ade chan ye ne mema
enti na me se wo no wo se wo be ma no na wo ye abusua ne ti na wo fio
etinie ne ho
aha
and when it comes to saa
enti na me se wo mo na manage no wo mo manage se no ma no ba wo no e se wutimi ye in charge na wo hu daily routine no ma ekoso wo fio e se be go paper so menja ni nyina ma oba no media ni nyina mo ba no because man o madwuma no do so na mo mani
sa basic knowledge no yɛmfa nkɔ yadesua na at least anya sekura kwala bia ɛwɔ saa nimdeɛ ni bi wohwɛ Israelfo a akwala bia nim bibi ɛfa ntokwa ho anaasɛ conflict onim bibi fa ho because of ntokwa ninti
and then no national service no
good enti yani ya hey enka beginning no a eniyama bi a ye basic knowledge environment ya sitna mu first aid saa niyama ni nyina ya mfa nsa ya disuam na nkwala ni nsua doctor say ya wadutum eniyama bi say na hia wei na hia na ya man nkwala ni bi hom work ni hom de befia sometimes me tune wudi say enti yani yanse sada yes sir John was it day sir Winston Churchill Winston Churchill in why was something they go na me say enti wutita na mouse adi we say yen tretre ma Winston Churchill no edia pa na misua na ye day
he stood against the Germans.
With the daddy.
He's the greatest politician for the English.
The daddy.
Hey, guy. Zolali Mama Dogbe on Facebook Live. I said, good afternoon, Uncle ADAKABRI. There are safety measures and first aid videos on YouTube. Let all take advantage of it. So Google YouTube no. Ombeti me abwao. Ama wenye bibisa. Osi de la Casa Campata. Osi in America, even just 911 call will guide you on the phone till ambulance arrives. So they engage you. Na omo vital information. Yeah. Osi in fact, a group of adults doings is very, very appalling. And also the buy. AED, no, or say automated external defibrillator, AED, and Asqua Resford, Eddie Ebaye. It yenina yantwi adwene so na emwayen na as it is there the news out there a veteran hardworking presenter of Akwabna Kwache Obutentim Kwabna Kwache of My FM Boiling Point fame and of wadi FRIMPONG na sa wo hwe radio presenters abetwamuko radio presenters o mabeye bie ama nne yenya radio abna obi di se Charlie Sam obi di se Tommy Anan Forsen obi di se Freddy Kwaku obi di se Papa Edward Fache Miami nua KKD wasiche dakwa the finest Godwin Abenogbo Big Godi Beatrice Edu Richard Quarty, Selma Varco, Dusty Wayne, Opanyi Kwesi Donko, Amiefia Kwedu, such a popro boating, Efua Benchel Echel, Benchi Echel, Frances Ademola, Kwesi Etuya, Efua Penewa, Susie Adefio, Joe Lati, Kofi Ajololo, the ranking DJ. By the Cranting Asante, Samson Queen, Poncho, Samson Poncho Queen, Amankwa Ampofu, Harold Senenya, Davi Lucy Banini, Ampedu Boating, Happy Friend, Kwabnanimo, Dane Shen, Felicia Ejapong, Vincent Assesi, Emilia Kromaladama, na ayele Amamu Kakra, James Amate, Bosiam Ponsa, Amamu Panin, Ni Anum Thompson, Harry Thompson, John Hammond, Safwa Bebrese, Kofi Chakbonu, Joe Randolph, Yao Asamoah, Mike Egan, Ka Ajimai Banaman, Grina Zokoto, Jocelyn Anum, Nana Ejriba Jackson, George Crab, Daniel J, Berima Ohimi Kwetia, Anthony Kuma, Tommy V. Ameko, Lily Defo, Lillian Tano. Say, ene, before May 1995, our radio, ye private, ene, and Krankwa, 250 radio stations. Say, ni pay ya yabobo mudini. Womu na omo radio no, omo, huajuma paro. And then Kaya no kra, hine. Tomiana Force and Ems Wako, ZFM, ZED, Ems 100.1 as Bisa, Wane Ajari, Miss Ajari, Annan Forcing. When would that see a boss who did be a Kahuana? I think the way be a do anymore.
And one is of our obey dear, the Fatana, dear Sumo. Say Babu Dianka on a young mooding county dear, and yet won't now be to meditate more.
Oh, sir,
Nemum, a yet the awo yeno, and a beso bapa. They determined that Duchess who knew a Babu near their cow say, hey, of ADAKABRI time. Hey, I've been a mouthful. I've been one with the radio so. Mark Jerry, no one with the radio so. And one said the piano, yet the best him say, ye ye be cast up papa from so away your home, you do my ye 100% perfect. Now so the piano than ye best some man for no do door now woman near to me aje, the ayade some woman. And that you knew how woman so to me. Akayo.
That's who soon knew why. Or Matimia cow. First stanza of who ye be no akokojufusu. First stanza no. Now come in tea.
I ubi binia bubonia ka obeto akume bia ma no na juma wo ye yo wajuma chase me nkume sebre ni abusia me fremu di akojo na obo afo ni wo ntin amakwasi mfimfini
akwefri bra birthday girl bra akwefri bra I love your voice bra birthday girl and akwefri ye I would do the birthday na or sign so at the Valentine na or nene papa nom and nini nuanum ababe shiamo kuya na the birthday dia na yama wo Yanya she
ahaya we dia be pedase we dia no na mti he
sa
na uyi ya na dia to uyi ya na dia to
and okay come ma 500 cities na kuya me fam bread and fam rewo
wo fa first kind man dem de be dia usu abrewa we you beto dia wo fa
asa
enya wasem to dem wo dia na
emponya abrewa suma ye sikaje
into avoid dia nka
okay do the mema 500 cities what
thanking you
we are thanking you
5 million
how do we
we go to school fees
anya America ya
wo fa hwan ke mi go to school fees me de ka e use it for me abasa
babna fa bi so man mama
wo fa me de be so
so be ya me na bro
oh
what tell us so say be ka che me nka kire
hey Papa, you've made me laugh.
You need to laugh your lungs out. Master P so London. My mini can Master P. You be man enough in a minting country. Master P say, me 5 million, Kwabna 5 million. It you know Master P no so dear now also there. Master P also for please kindly wish Queenie Everlove inside Nottingham. Cindy Ajose of Taunton Heath. Janet Frimpong, aka Jane, inside Emford. Matilda Jemai, aka Puff, in California. Cindy Nash, inside Manchester. Abigail Jewa, aka Abby, of Taifa. Nana Ajimai Buachi, inside North Kanishi. A special Valentine's Day for me. Master P, London, and what about Master P, Wadaruma, Quifree didn't birthday, said the Quifree still remains a very young girl. I just in the early 20s. I had the pa.
Of I'm in 20, of I'm 12.
I say early 20s.
Of I'm 12 years.
Okay, now, Kojo for Sulumba. Uncle Anoma. Give me a rendition. I'm a Fanko TikTok.
Okay, I'll say. Uvi vinia bumonia, kabete kumebia mano. Ejuma oye yo, ejuma. Chelsea min kwame shabire. Sukonoma, ekoya minam sudie mo huao.
akwanti omu nsɛm yɛ nkenkyerɛ nka bɛhu sɛ mabrɛ me ho bi nyankwansire ɛnyɛ ne a mepɛ ne sɛ since ɔde me ti ahwɛ fam hyɛ brɛnti na ama no abasa ebusua me firi mu di akwadwo ɔbɔfo ni o enti na obi asukɔ no ma me di awerɛho aka akwanti wɔ mu maka ntam sɛ nka mɛyɛ bi aboa abusuafoɔ dakye bi mewu na meda hɔ a amanfo ahwɛ su abɔ me din nanso mabusua yi di amanfo yɛ mpade po ɔma ka ntam adi nsi sɛ dɛfo nwoma ne yɛde bɛyɛ ɔtwene nanso mempa aba firi sɛ bɛma ne wuo kwadwo nti meyɛ ne a mɛtumi bia memmerɛ so ana me kuro
birthday girl.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hip. Hooray! Why are they?
Why are they party? I mean, sure. You have such a great voice. Nah, what my manicure to tell. Nah, a masterpiece offer. I'm very, very sad to die. I can't even control my tears. Now, second, verse, so not the same. Abna, try the second verse. My wood try second voice. I'm tea.
Kenya kwayase. Kenya kwayase. Na nampedi ni ma dance for. Amanfo mi subo ni dio. Oje mi die tu me hufo. Semayo wasanse ni die ene anka mi di mitiri becha so. Yasimbe ma na wo. Sobra na unya na ye. Cha salantima Ghana Video City. Cha siye judi efiso nipa medi chebio. Obami ko amese obami ko. Timiye ni ametumiye emrene swana mikro. Ankwa anume bu anume. Ankwa anume emrene swana mikro. Ankwa anume bu anume. Ankwa anume emre so ana mikro ovano ano no nipa baji ni din nipa mapre nyinche
o sound edin no ho hia sene so benyina cha
ofana say you can't choose like only choice e ban say obenyina cha na adom bidum wa you never know when you go also wait me decide say me ye bibi am din me live legacy me live bibi but you can never choose me benyina cha na me wunte
a professional IT lady goes such a beautiful voice. Okay, let's hear Kojo Fosu. Obutantim kwabra kwache. Abna, right. And Wednesday, February 14, 2024. Indeed, a Black Wednesday with a lot happening. Ya Yunia, Aye Martin, Obutantim kwabna kwache of a man of FM. He's a great guy. A great guy. A great guy. Omo ena 2001 Aero Communication. Ekokoye. Aye 106.3. That time na aye Groove FM. Na omo kokoye no Adom FM. Na abnakwa ache afie pokuya Daddy Bosco ona ne bibia sini naso na abrakwa ache eye bi papa wo oman f Adom FM enti emunsam edoso enne wasori akwa adwuma the usual morning show ena wakwa adwuma na okoye no you see and say there was an emergency emergency no and your man so to the nearest hospital and was pronounced dead and yeah ya catch no na yen so yesua bibi e dey free untimely demise of Martin Obutantim kwabna kwache of Aman FM. Survived by Auntie Maggie, Margaret Kwache, and Ayana Yiri. na sɛkyerɛ kwaman ɛna kwabena firi na ne papa no ɛyɛ major cocoa farmer kwabena ɛsoso ɔkɔ the University of Ghana at the linguistics department. Abrakwachi kusua de wɔ hɔ. Abrakwachi has been a stout center of the right believer, fostering close relationship with the New Patriotic Party. Abrakwachi ekɔ n'anim Emma, former president of the Republic for 30 years, with me the center of the right of one bar abaimu, Papa J. Kufuor, Efa Abrakwachi say, Nidia no. Or close access to Papa Kufuor. Nana adudankwa Kufuado, and to Kwabrakwachi and Trinidad. Nana adudankwa Kufuado, Emma Kwabrakwachi, a banning chain. Any dim common 1-on-1. Emma or recognize Kwabena to the extent to say Kwabena be a member of the board of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC. Kwabena be at the Abua Center of the Right Party, MPP. Kwabena a lot of business acumen. Or close relationship with the business mogul, Dr. Joseph Kwame Siaun, Japan. Kwabena, and Okri. Abutan team. A friend Prince Wanyim so. And I just am a friend director. And son of Wajim so said GM. Abutan team, my friend 020 201 33 31 Kwabena. Me frewo. Kwabena ma frewo number no. Ma frewo number no. And that was when you ninkra. Na wo fa ase fifi buafo na say entoto ye be na wodi gya no say onhwe akire ma. Kwabena na aden. Na si fifi wanya den Mose na so no so wanya den aden Kwabena nyame ene ye bone mpaye obeme yatenase e yesua bibi dem periodic medicals na yakọ ye were fair idea of said ye wedie no positi ebe tu hu anamon mempanifo so aba betenase Owura Courage Nobe of the Movement for Change Afrafranto, a deputy spokesperson or ha Nana Jima Emma Fefe of the New Patriotic Party or no so ewa ha Abrantia Omemane Hosuo Edi suit Afro trotro na M1 dwe Kingsley Haruna Amaliba enso so ewa ha enfa mamu nyina matena se
Ejo
NDC for press conference na almost Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia eso kasa Ghana for Sabieku womu ehohoro yanim kosoro na wamu obi akra mu na nado danko Akufo-Addo say Ghana card mpo Dr. Bawumia so na ye bibia wayuko this year na nado danko Akufo-Addo wanye free bibia Dr. Bawumia na ye inti NDC for say Bawumia is the Judas Iscariot who cannot be trusted. Hey, Abrante yehuna manne edienko Nana Danko Akufo-Addo onso na ban was he refuses to be lame. It is ASK Babin and as well a lame duck was a man. In the day, what the abom? I'm a list na babidru. Kenufuriata musu onko Kenufuriata afedi ye woso okọ unko di senior minister mfama no eno so mompene so ana ya ba dwendwene reshuffle say diversionary tactic just to sway people's mind away from incoming political leaders are ever December na narrative ben. And how does independent candidates and the smaller parties intend to fight it? Say the narrative say Ghana has only between John Mahama and Muhammad Bawumia to choose from. John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia mpo can say wane John Mahama. Independent candidates, smaller parties, would you accept such a narrative? Say Ghana ni bibia say sampani fu mi enu pe Mahama ene Bawumia one more penny a war ya ba dwendwene sansa nsem ni nyina ene fo mama mu nyina matena se quite harsh words when this general secretary speaking at a press conference to describe Dr. Muhammad Bawumia as a Judas Iscariot who cannot be trusted and who takes Ghanaians for fools and cannot even credit Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo for whatever his legacy is. Nana, yes, was also saying.
Of our Winchia production team, na Mendamas and so forth. Akunya Modemain. Na Minchia and another Dankwa Akufo-Addo, president, na Minchia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, so vice president or sign flag bearer. Of me say, just about a week ago, a year and a week, Pepe and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, a day vision statement. Now the theme for the vision statement, bold solutions for the future, Ghana's next chapter. And you know, Kasaba about 2 hours. Ujinane now so can the record of Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, or can about the economy, no, or can about infrastructure. Again, we no taute on one kasani ruler we play as a vice president, supporting and complementing the works of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And we no on no asanso de ni vision because ya to abe second for a flag bearer no too frank no edi amaye. And as expected no yebe go into 2024 elections no personally I was say on also edi ni vision and now say ne botaye ne niso adi hu den no pese ode etwa injuma pa na Dankwa Akufo-Addo one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because omo government ni egusu ewomu na every say nkomo no ye dey be because I was there mitie the euphoria the nkofo ebaye patronage former president ministers and obia ewo honoma of you could see say clearly and indeed we are looking at the future and again you been here that bold solutions na ene send this year press conference na the whole sema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can last week no offer only me be adwene say in sema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can last week yen semo ana se nkomo ewom no emu edoyie to Ghana for asum the emphasis the reference they say okasa wie you could see say the business community are responded feedback from Ghana Association of Ghana Industries, Guta for Ghana Union Traders Association. These various key stakeholders are of I share the private sector. DBI ADAKABRI say we have to leverage on the private sector. Private sector is the engine of growth of the economy. Yebetimi tumpon akoyeni masomaya. I was say yetimi edi akadie and ho akadie ni na netoto akwemu eyi all the bottlenecks, the ease of doing business of any Guta for dim koma. Memeni omuye ejuma kwaboso kaya offer insian Dr. Joseph Obimunina. These are the things that mano adebia omoka. And I have no doubt and I'm not surprised neno NDC AG Simpie AG Media Airwaves nini na omo sang go back to Nsema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now most respond as is in almost one fact credit among the boss. I mean, how can they make such a statement? Of out here Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Or start say yes, ye ba imuno. O compare no for the data is there. We can do the analysis is here. Between 2017 and the previous government and our former president John Mahama. Ebefa abemu no. Ofa we share the figures are GDP growth rate. We share the city depreciation. We share your public debt. We share your exchange rate. These are the core, and I said the primary indicators of every economy. Inflation and so honomo. We can do the year by year, relevant year from 2014, 2013, 14, 15, 16. Near the about 17, 18, 19, 20. We can do that comparison. I have the data here, and the data is verifiable from the Bank of Ghana, the IMF, and then the World Bank. Now, you debate on this data, and Ghana phone him data. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia alluded to the fact to say the economy did not challenges by any no. When you know him frimo, Okasa and he spoke about COVID-19, he spoke about Russia-Ukraine war, and that is the confusion. And me say no kakra. He's not giving any credit, and now no say no the achievements and now say the ruler we play no still are the attacking the importance and now say the ruler Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And it's okay because the PR work is working. It's offer. Osha, yakase, enyeni nyina na beye pepepe de magana for. Even as government, in the 2021-2022, before IMF for crown, IMF for because nyoma economy, we have something called pre-existing conditions, and we've done all these things all together. Ye budget biya kohumasika finance minister de baby biya there is that fundamental structural deficit as on my previous government, current government. It's any time there is that deficit, the deficit must be refinanced. Or in another breath, say deficit finance. Now I will say it's me making sure say revenue na generate or mining mono, so revenue ni best spend. It comes back to manifesto.
Is it fair for anybody to suggest he has exculpated Nanado Danko Kupado's legacy?
Not at all.
And appear to suggest that Nanado hasn't done anything.
Not at all. Busrimuka any the target offer. Ye can say we inherit assets and liabilities. The ticket of the vice president and then the president, one ticket. If Nanado is performing, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is performing. If Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is performing, Nanado is performing. How on earth say you best single out an individual? Because what out say the achievement on one bodembo the ruler what championeer NDC for Ghana 4-3 again together with the vision on the economy, agriculture, creation of jobs, leveraging on the private sector, and then focusing on revenue generation. These are the primary thing government and this is what you are looking at. Here amongst them, raising revenue. And in contest, only the foundation say. Semeba, I will focus and refocus and redirect on the Ghana Revenue Authority. And then that is an incentive. And then Semeba, I will promote citizen and friendly flat tax rate regime. If you compare or you speak to the business community, this is one of the key fundamental challenges of the business community. If you speak to Guta, they will come out and tell you, clearly and indeed, there has been some background stakeholder consultation. So I wasn't so surprised. Now Guta for etimi barbonting, AGI for etimi barbonting also or best simplify VAT. We can spend the whole day on VAT and we can do the debate on VAT. And you see sometimes how cumbersome the value added taxes affect business. Sometimes, one or more throw invoices will be torn idea or supply goods and also render service. The writing of VAT invoices is a problem for some of the business community. Yet just some of the corporate institutions, because they have professionals working for them, and they can really do it. We have to formalize the informal sector. That is the private sector. Into every decision, every policy, be also a buying be or baby or be leverage be, and then you have to really take away all the bottlenecks facing the private sector now. Because in the end, you collect your revenue back from them. And these are key, stringent, cogent arguments Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia put it across. Or championne say, I have used digitalization to transform the economy. He built a context there. And as the vice president, send your sector minister for finance responsible for budget and fiscal policy of revenue and expenditure. How government will raise revenue, how government will also control the expenditure. That is fiscal policy. offer the Bank of Ghana there, the governor together with the Bank of Ghana, focusing on monetary and exchange rate policy. It will be time and time again, depending on the performance of the economy. BOG Monetary Policy Committee for Tanasia, always raise policy rate and also Omatiso, depending on how the economy is performing. When there is too much liquidity in the system, they will have to raise policy rate. System no so air liquidity air more pay up, then they reduce it. Then the supply of money gradually. I saw hospital they drip pesos, and these are the things that both the finance ministry and the Bank of Ghana has been doing for our economy. But as the vice president, what who say or they on one experience to or say time I know at the Bank of Ghana no. I do who near the financial exclusion of most of our businesses in Africa, not even. Our Bank of Ghana was building research papers, contributing to policies and asset directions. Achieve financial inclusion in Africa. And Obenya Akwenya was serving in the capacity as the vice president. Who said this is the time for me to leverage on this office and build or champion that digitalization drive. And all the bottlenecks in the government sector, the loopholes in the government sector, can be solved using Abefo Nyoma Yefaso ADD Nyoma. And that is what he touted offer. And he spilled out all the data in Nyoma wire one by one, digitalizing the passport office, NHIS, DVLA, even the Ghana revenue reserve offer. The revenue generation for government because about the payment, the filing of taxes over is also another thing altogether. You would have to need the services of expert accountant to support you to do all these things. The complex nature and puti away the informal sector. They don't know all these things. It's offer these are the record Dr. Mahmoud Mawabia say let us debate the issues. Let us debate and not resort to attacking and then insult. At the end of the day, the data is there for us to all debate, and Ghana 4 will do the decider for us.
Right. Nana Jima of the MPP responding to ongoing NDC press conference in which they tout Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the Judas Iscariot who cannot be trusted and who takes Ghanaians for fools and cannot even credit Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo for any legacy whatsoever. Amaliba of the NDC. Hey, I'm also so a bit baby. I don't know.
Over. I mean, at Tifo. Now, the Maga and Maina, happy birthday. The Titun Koma Yamame, Lordina, Mahama. Over. Your Pamu in ya, in ya home. Abuwa no so a man of song yedin in Sanebo. Bawumia at 10 years and whiny. Julius have consistently using this word in recent times. Insult. Julius, be clear in your mind. Nobody's insulting anybody. Be a near temoha. See a cat like Mahamadou Bawumia ayo trofo Ghana phone to me ni na nen some be kan biano enimo and yet tem ye dinu. Na yes say we are attacking him as you are claiming. In any case, you call President Mahama names than this. As we speak, some of you, the M people, you have been advised, some of course studio are Mundi defended Professor Mills of blessed memory. Now you're trying discrediting Mahama say record that President Mills Jarno or saying when Mills was alive, you call him Professor Doolittle. And then Mills had record for you guys to defend. Inconsistency and politics without principle. Enemy hallmark. What I see, gone are the days. Now Laji Mahamadou Bawumia, a touch screen. I can see Dr. Mensa Otabel University Hall. No fresh student, be born in Senku, ye man pure water near the ice cream akano near the towel at Tunukom, no kasane map panenim, no didn't touch no mine. Those days are long dead and gone. He will never have that field day again. Strangely and surprisingly, I bet on the these lectures, I propounded theories are One later on, or Jennifer Satio is our proper who know. For whatever the case was, NDC kept quiet. Well, maybe the business of serving the people of Ghana engaged the attention of the government until we didn't pay attention to Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia. The boss and a preacher say Ghanaians, try me and see. No, so if your fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Now exchange rate you're saying, what's your compare record? Now you're saying 372, you had a problem with that. And the exchange rate, Assassin Radio and Data Bank, predict the same. Omampine for the business or the saying, Kenoforia Tanem Aminuaba. One more businesses or the saying entities now predict to know that we will end the year with 13% to dollar, Ghana cedis to dollar. This is your record of projection. Is it better than what we left in 2016? Of course, it is not. Okazaba record. It is true. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia ran away from his own record and the record of the boss, Nana Akufo-Addo. Why did he, at the end of Ninsemno, say, "Oh no, your mate, now no, your driver"? Who is he blaming? Huh? Who is he blaming? Not his boss. And Neka na crashia. Mum blame driver na yame na mtisti na nim. Yenyan kwala biom. Na yenyan kwala soda. Yenye bie because, excuse me to say, first fool is not a fool. The second fool is something else. We Ghanaians, we have refused and we will never allow Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia to propound needless theories and mislead us. That record, no, your Bismarck record is a fair record and a shameful record. That is why all the aspirants of the MPP flag bearership, none of them associated themselves with the Mampine Akufo-Addo record. Including Alhaji Bawumia himself. To the extent that Mampine Akufo-Addo have to call the cabinet ministers to the Flagstaff House and appointees and complain bitterly. I have the video here. That you can't run away from my record and later come and associate yourself with it. Because Ghanaians will listen to you. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia did exact that. And Omko Tuabayi taking 90 days or more. Not in the news or say Ghana next chapter. Both solutions. Wafa. May call next chapter no. What is our current chapter? The current chapter or count any same. We cannot pay our debt. As we speak, government is not servicing our debt. Your current chapter say government cannot pay bondholders. Your current chapter say fuel 1 gallon in 2016 now 14 Ghana cedis and then 1 liter 14 Ghana cedis.
Can't you describe your current chapter without using harsh words on this person?
No, I'm not using the harsh words. Have I done that?
No, I said your party. Or your Judas Iscariot.
Very well. Wafa, I am coming there.
Now, everybody.
Maybe we don't know. This is our current chapter. The current chapter, no, Wafa, is the feeling of my pocket and the feeling in my stomach when I wake up in the morning. Where families are going to get food to feed the families. That's our current chapter. The current chapter, no, say, almost over 500,000 of Ghanaians have now been brought to the poverty line thanks to food inflation. This is our current chapter. The current chapter say COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war is not the issue. It's your abysmal performance because 2019-2020, January 7, 2020, now COVID and strike. Mampine Akufo-Addo didn't complain a year before. Say on one case we were upset about the depreciation of the city, which was threatening the capital or the same operational capital of the business community. You are here talking about businesses. Do you understand what it takes to do business in Ghana in recent times under Akufo-Addo presidency and his government? A year later, or inaugurating 45-member committee to arrest the city depreciation. What was their performance? COVID buy more than over 32 billion Ghana cedis, but you run the economy zero growth. You have a record to come and defend. So offer, some boss, the national secretary of the NDC, in the press conference, I think or you see how West will describe Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, the vice president and the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. I think that he's been very charitable for using those words. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia should have been, in fact, we are not knowing the cause of the predicament we are in today. To the extent that, look, HIV/AIDS drugs are short to a chroma. Now saying that measles, no state the bon kwala, tell the young diseases. Renal center, mutum, because of what 4 million Ghana cedis debt to the government owed with them or to that company, to that unit of Kolebu, as a result of import costs on their capital or say machinery and equipment.
Okay.
As a result of that, 17 people that knew were COVID testing Kwawo Kotoka International Airport. Frontier Healthcare Services Limited made $84 million.
Okay.
Government got only 77 million. You have no record to come and talk about.
Okay.
So we are scrutinizing Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia and his NPP government. And we will continue to do that and set the record straight. So that by December 7th, Ghanaians will be clear in their mind who to vote for and bring the visionary John Dramani Mahama to move Ghana again in the next level. This is what we can assure them.
Amaliba Kingsley Haruna of the NDC stock and Otinini earlier on Nanajima of the MPP also Ebemu, and it was all about NDC holding a press conference and telling Ghanaians that Dr. Bawumia thinks of Ghanaians as fools, and that is to be described as Judas Iscariot who cannot be trusted, and that he appeared to suggest the boss, Nana Danko Kufuado, hasn't done anything. Yentie, the movement for change for also Ebeka. And then move on next to duopoly. How do we fight it? Or do we let the status quo remain? Movement for change for SOSO rep. Courage Nobe. SO Ewa Hafra Franto. Today, Anna Walker, NDC for press conference, using somewhat harsh words on the person of Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, ostensibly to tell us, let's say, Unchatew.
What family I say? Na Michia, a TFO in answer. And Minia Julius, Messiano, I have for the first time. I was to do, sir. Oh, and my friend and brother, Haruna Mariba. Over. The fourth objective, a movement for change, I don't know, I toss 9. Inspire positive behavioral and attitudinal change in the people of Ghana. Inspire positive behavioral and attitudinal change in the people of Ghana. If I can Kasemuno, the late Professor Jache, Harvard trained philosopher. I'm not sure they all gone. On no set up the philosophy department all gone. Our PCB no what raw. Our Ghana, politics concerning corruption. Na hono ana owura akankasa num echre ase se ye kase obi ye corrupt e wa akankasa mu a se ne ye kana ano se akankasa no e the problem no ehye baby a ye frɛ ni nipa ni nisu or the soul of the person nti o se akankasa mu ye kase nipa no oni suban a Nature say, baby atochima ana say aspect bi woni ne subnumu a enwie peyo. Ofa. 2014, 2015, 2016. Na ye nyina wo Ghana ha. Public lecture upon public lecture. Abrepi no time na me one NPP mu no say the WhatsApp record said that's what on several platforms na me complain say nyama bi wo hwa na party na hyase adopt ya emwa Ghana democracy emu baako was name calling Mr. Mikao Tama na yesua no ye mu bi dia attract yen ekọ MPP mu na ye the finesse obroni bese a na yehu ewo ni petty truth obi mu se bi oni etakra aka se obehwe Sunday talking point now uba late uba ye introduce that the normal kasa utie o mu kasa mu a obetimi se we na ye MPP ni no ɛsiane sɛ na it was about policy na ɛyɛ about kwan a ɛbɛtumi afa so ama Ghana asɔre apagya agyina na ɛnya atem didie. It was the death of wisdom. Mekai na no hinin to as general secretary na ɔhwɛ no good evening Ghana ana brebi on TV so no advance argument the kuje emu da hokroje atem didie nim name callings nim Mekai yewura kufuo sabre no meet the press Emma Sabio se obi betina ho na ne kasemu ankase yie kra se nya yewura kufuo etimi taking gracefully no respond yes aniama no ani attract ye mu binom even though na me ma me party ni who died 2020 having served as 2 terms as deputy women organizer Shama constituency no yes aniama no na attract ye mu bi mo ama yakasa we have to go on this path but 2014 you're starting with something different that time no better azoka boys sanya mani nyina better na NDC baby sweat one teeth near the nyina because now there was a clear difference but if it is sabre no you say name calling ehyasie dia na yehu NDC mu ana ye ninje hu after the loss of 2012 party ni suban started say esesa tina esu na party ni wo no eso start here den ete Professor Bejiwe say na party na say on hye den ni su sa Vice President Alhaji Baumia edi mu akoten pa when I did the tag of incompetence ebaye why no frere former President Mala Mahama me repeat bebre na ewiase no sometimes ultra sabia say we ofofun sa ka wode anamanka ni ye ofo nsa ka wode nti se ne meti se Vice President outdoor innovation yababa ne logic ne ho na criticism ba na minia Julius ebetena se o maye ndi atem manya mefo aso se amanyo se manya atem didie na naano now candidate Alhaji Baumia edi atem adentia na futuo ben na mpanyifo ne partyfo edema no fa saa conduct no ho na so ye boje ne so na so no ye na se enye bone na se ya adenti na ne eye bone nya che se sa fourth objective of the movement for change inspire behavioral and attitudinal change in the people of Ghana no ye sha see FMPP ni NDC so you see a party mienu no difference be anim difference enim we di atem we criticize it your money to me ano ase no crap poto we so sa no mo de aye Ghana eninti na the behavioral and attitudinal change no esese sha see in this 2024 elections particularly 7th December I will post no ese Ghana for demonstrate clear say ye hia bibi foforo na sa atem didie any name call anyway no ye mfoaso as Ghana for inti dia ye nim no aye associating with sa conduct bia no ye ntoma no na movement for change the dodi anim abrantie ni onyamfo Alan John Kwadwo Chematen ni hu nin kekawa obi aka de bia NDC foka NPP foka independence foka media foka obi aka inti se Ghana for ye say dia ye hu NPP ni NDC mu atem didie nim call ne hu kekawa at the end of the day no the real issues in some na hu hia yen bread and butter issues in nyuma sem ni we na yenka ne de no yetietia ana we malam ana we say ni ade eno ehu hia yen na Ghana ye yo ne hia yen the first thing na ye and it's a 2024 election ye betu atia party mienu ni nyina na ato abama independent candidate in the person of Alan John Kwadwo Martin.
How do you propose to fight the duopoly narrative no nyina ye enye MPP NDC enye MPP NDC? Do we only Ghana choice of the obetumi president either Mahama or Baumiana?
Ofamedase. One of the key things are ebe here any wafade awoye ni media, the fourth estate of the realm. Sebi the ekoba nyina NDC press conference omu ye se nite fema ma kwenya nipa bebre ente. Alhaj Baumia speech okokan yi se media for ama kwenya nipa ente. Inti one of the key way ni be media se media for amoye the fourth estate of the realm. Ghana ye yo efa mo ho no. Mu be create equal platform. Ama the asisi abeye obvious as the 3-horse race. Equal platform. Platforms ni bi wo ho a ube pia ube ko oye press statement kra mo mfa. Na o ka se MPP ni NDC mboa ye di ehwamo na independent candidate arise here or no prefer solutions no amani platform na are you committed? Problem now we identify no open solution and into one of the key things ni say media ebeji atum say say ye bie democracy ye bie mu na ye ma obia equal platform ma wo MPP NDC for basu bia no ma independent candidate so kwan ni titru dia owo machinery to say movement for change edinachi no so ebasa platform ni bi na nensemo a owo ka no Ghana for ate. That's the first thing. The obium me hu say party for no ni titru NPP omo ahyeda na omo behave to say ostrich no omo de omuti ahyedoti mu pretending say movement for change and tiase pretending say Alan Martin oni race no mubi se Ghana hu hi omo asa conduct na so mujai na ye de ye say se bi umami ewu na so wada no nsia bebo e kombedo ona beti na Ghana fo nso nya ne clear say afi we no ye hia solutions enye promises ye hia solutions ye hia plan na Ghana fo nso nhwe no ka say na anu asem a wo kan ye no nti ye ditumi share won sa no na so wetimi edi so is the biggest question for them to answer. But for a brief history of our economic development in recent years. From 2009, Professor Mills, ebe 2010, oil revenue bemu, now all the indicators are in the positive, moving progressively. Unfortunately, and unfortunately, Yankupon to Safreno, Anna Yura Mahama, Ebeje, sa economy now 2012. Ofenko we odi enko we HEPEC. IMF. Poor performance. Inti abra na Alhaji Baumia a mountain platform or propounding a theories or any argument or resonated with Ghanaians. Ghana for and we say we can identify what Nyama Papai can because economy name kra. But IMF program no started say my relief. Now IMF the do ya ne say e bon na wako remu no or boaw ma wa begina a level ground. Inti aban hu say IMF program na ye the results no if bon no or extending it by an additional year. I'm saying no neko end somewhere 2019. After eno and ye shall say the real performance, the real capacity of Alhaji Baumia and his economic team. Alhaji Baumia and the real economic prowess no fiti 2020 ɛna ɛhyɛ ase yɛ hu ɛna ɛde ansa kɔwie IMF no
okay
obiara ɔgye tum sɛ Ghana yɛ endowment deɛ yɛwɔ ne biribiara no IMF ɛnsɛ mfata yɛn has no business voting for these two parties
okay
particularly ɔmo kandifoɔ no because kandifoɔ mmienu ni nyinaa kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɔmo need the solutions to our problems now they don't also have the plan ebeyi yɛn efiri saa ɔha na ama yakɔ yɛn nim
okay yama
ɔmo kita plan
courage nobi of the movement for change afrafranto and atin na fighting the duopoly. Amaliba comes in now. Amaliba, MPP NDC, Mahama Baumia. Is it the only choice available to Ghanaians?
Yeah, unin kama ufia na ode mponche kwa hwe. NDC ya tena oma eno soda. Ghana fo nimni ya yebetimi aye no mu nimni aye nso. Courage, wo NDC Mahama left a mess. What do you mean by that? Say Mahama left a mess.
Pacho wedo.
Please.
Mess ni ya
poor performance.
Yes.
Now, poor performance.
Of course, that's what he's alluding to.
Because
okay, well, let me take him by poor performance. Courage. You do free baby for friend they will buy us now to Kruma. How can you compare 3.33 Ghana cedis a liter of petrol to a net 13 cedis, and you tell me NDC performed poorly under Mahama?
At the time.
At the time?
Of course.
Please.
But I'm free.
Please.
How
can you set 15.4% inflation and then 54%, almost about 23, whatever be the case, it is still poor than when we left them, and you call this poor performance?
Yes.
How can you describe 120 Ghana's 20 million cities debt to GDP, 56% to GDP, to a net over 104%, over 800 million sovereign debt, a buying point means of the debt, and you compare these two performances and say Mahama did poorly? How can you compare or design the massive infrastructure like Terminal 3, UGMC, KJTR Market Complex, Phase 1 and 2, Kumasi Airport, INSA, and many more infrastructure across the country, Kotokraba, Cycle Dubai Interchange, and many more? How do you call this performance poor? Look, no book you are how to win elections. And you see, it is so interesting when you listen to MPP for now courage. Yeah. So I won't say what's our dream. Last week, how? Also, what's such that? So what's such that? The enemy is don't behave like American something. Next, don't be like that. So what's such that? From speak the truth and let us examine your credibility, because mess where your leader was part of it. Honorable Alankoyo Chiramatin, if I were him, and I said, call resign earlier, even immediately before the first time we join for your benemu, send your man at least, you can't sit in the bus. Bus not crash with Salaji Mahamadou Baumia, a meta, also your second conductor. Despite the fact you serve as a government, as a, how do you call it? A cabinet minister. Economic management team, our chairperson, any honorable advisor, His Excellency, the Vice President, your boss said under him. And in no man you cannot exculpate yourself from liability and this bad record and try to watch yourself. French Afrimuse, we are not part of it. Correct. So when your MPP knew when maybe a minimum long ago. Many was here several times. You touted the record of Mampidi Kufado, knowing very well someone now Kano. You were not being truthful to the people.
Narrative as to that Ghana has only between Mahama and
the
Baumia.
Only hope to salvage the country, John Dramani Mahama. Ghana doesn't have any hopes. We have only hope, and that hope is President John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
Niente Americans are just 3 points.
Udi can catch earlier. In what Mahama stands for.
Very well.
Nana?
Also, you could see the kind of intolerant nature of Amaleba when courage is even trying to
Amalewa.
Obia can say what attacking no.
I didn't know can
Mister, you are being intolerant. How is that an attack?
Because I intolerant. Come on. You're bigger than that. Nana meant you.
Is he Amaleba will criticize? The NDC will criticize.
They drew up a narrative as to say Ghana has a choice of only Mahama or
from a being trainer. Or Tio Kasa Gigi Tutu.
One country and Chilo.
Of a common airbo.
There be a Kaka.
Then again, offer. Now, who was him? And then your whole secretary, a press conference attacking Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. For all the statements or kind in now, recorded a lot of applause from the public. And offer, you could see the airwaves, Obiagana, for everybody is talking about it. It's some of these policies, I can't want them. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say he's beyond attack and an insult. But we're setting the argument and say, let us move from that and focus on arguments and issues. Because at the end of the day, a bread butter issue for Ghana for of a year boy mami mo mujine mutons yo. So it's when we are chatting a discourse or a certain part, then you come in, you single out one person, and then so you say, Ochina or you say, Nin Mukran on Babon Timbeka say, or the association in home from Baslamo de Shane Conse or ye Judas Iscariot, or you say, resorting to name callings and all that. And these are the things we are discussing. Aye, kase emboa the body politics aye huejume. At the end of the day, of our about the duopoly, the MPP has been one of the biggest tradition in the history of Ghana. Of I am a kwabuso kind, me kwa kantamanto, me call the various market just to test the pulse. Of you go there, you get floating voters. Omoba they come closer, no more be 2 and 4. Say. Yeah, emamo enyeseni NDC for no no because Muntini MPP Ntini eson ewo mainimo from the history from the days of UGC's 1948 are coming down to ene. That is why I to abamamwa you to then you win with huge margin. But the NDC struggle to win elections, just very few margin. It is a more bomb komo radio ni TV suna munya akunya na emamu follow what the NDC is doing offer. And I think said there's so much wisdom. And you be amazed the kind of advices in Penifombe who said they will see you and they come to you and tell you what it is. Some of them have resorted to becoming floating voter. But almost say some say Namo Kasani say Edemaya. I mean, you'll be able to win a lot of floating voters. And talking about duopoly, it is what you do as government, as a party. We will not resort to any name calling, any attack, any personal insult. There are so much issues on the table. For see a bit to me, I am pensing, Mama Ghana for Atiasie. Now, phenomenon to me who acquire me fast or two maba. So mine ye koye nim na the various infrastructure in Jumedia by Ghana for Betiasie. It will not succumb to some of these insult attacks and then calling from the NDC. We have a big task to complete, which is that we'll be able to make sure, going into 2024, the economy will be stable, growth rate will achieve it, inflation Amaleba Canada kapeno mutaya pai, and COVID, which is a fact. IMF, World Bank, there are global issues, world economic outlook, and disrupting a lot of supply chains across the world. Ghana, isolation. So these are matters of record and data. You can't no arguments. Now, I will say what is the current status.
Now, final comment. We have a reshuffle, and the reshuffle is a diversion tactic from discussing current challenges of the government and looking at the 3 key candidates. Almost vision.
Well, for quickly, maybe reshuffle. So now, Amalba, as simple. Say more compare more within yourself. Of course, me can wahada E N F ni nyina e failure. O exams. Na ba kunya E, na ba kunya F ni nyina nye fail. Failed. Ba o hwe ho abeka say oh my me no minya E ntini me better. Esiwe. But what is required, what is desired? Then in Ghana for Eshushe. A, B, and I, E, and F. That is the point. Nti Oshe Nesadi are fine, but Asemna Julius Okano Ninano. Of Atama was secondary school. In Yabakwa, 54-1. Very stubborn. Sebi, a massem. Of Rakitic to a teenager. Ye massem say you could do Form 3. I no say Wasakra. Wafanyame. I no started say Oprichi. We no coach na on one class dakro. Na back benches now on your moon edun. O can say massamo nye omunja nem wa mona boys say hane. 54-1. Why ye massama debi? Oko Form 1 class. Go to your phone and say, senior, I say 54-1. Why ye massamo now baby school no? What's your secretary yenja Form 1? Any tobo. Yes, you do Form 3. Near Sacra. Ayi Alhaji ba mi asem ni binu no. Na ayi na Alhaji ba no say, oh, Ghana for Mr. Remo. Me pacho. Say na me ye ma nye ni yie. Na say kra na me kan ye se be ye ntimi nye ye. Na so Mr. Remo, mu nya me ho abotre na I think say it can be a very different conversation. But to come and pretend say she in see all of a sudden politics of name calling and who here biom ye no there. Me ni send this for better as
final comment.
But ye there one no solutions na here then ye focused on because both are the same. Offer agenda setting any diversionary tactics there. Me in this abain bi or why better than the current government.
Okay.
Yes, that is what it is. But me nya binumu a almost agenda yakoyi amomo. It's honorable Fati. Congratulations.
Information Minister.
Information Minister. Any your friends Honorable Alexander Kwesiakwa, or Deputy Minister of Health. And also congratulations to him. And all the young ones are Omwenya Kwenya. Come up.
Najima.
Let me say it's expected. Let me say Ghana for party. I mean we've had our General Secretary. And also the Nanu DCM Ababe to Abontene. And the reshuffle about out. For me, I'm glad and I'm happy because sometimes you need fresh legs, fresh faces, and also Ababe Boa a complement
90th minute.
Whatever minute you can call it offer. It's at the end of the day. Oh, I'm alibi. I mean, just keep quiet. Reshuffle Makan Wasem Nanado Ayensa Musibui. And these are the things you are doing. Then Caleb, courage, no. You're also doing the same diversionary tactics now. Ghana who say going into 2024 elections, here, President decided the final and then the overall responsibility lies with the commander in chief. Onona who said this is the time beboa. It's a bedding to say reshuffle Abba. And at least you certain movement of people into certain substantive ministries. Some deputy ministers has also been pushed up. New people has been brought on board. There are been some variations with the ministries.
But the place are late.
Oh, if I say whether your ball cry injury time can coach 80 misses some player money be shego.
Yeah, sure 5 million. Yeah, sure 5 million. 5 million 90.
Jima say floating voters etulufua. Yes, so much too yafo.
Any the oyi.
Yeah. In Piaka. Floating voters also obu too yafo. Oh, see courage is performing miracles on this platform. Was a student was score ENF omina fili. One no one try exams dano. Or no design marking scheme to judge one more mature exams da. Marking
scheme there or marking scheme there or
other. I'm paying a kufa and you're part of a diversion tactics maybe. Or share the visionless, purposeless lack of substance messenger. Alajima Bahumia Kofaba, how Diaba Kruma since last week. The government is under a heat of fire. You have fire by now, Mojabe Biena. No, also cover me with boom. Now you have to shuffle. Over. Place or don't be in a minute prepare.
Okay.
They are lame, and wounded players. Now, who's having say MPs this one rejected appointment, no? So they are focusing on their MP's career. Omo here by Bia.
Oh, sir.
Abanya, what didn't you say? Who want to serve in it? And spoil your record.
Okay.
Why not reject your appointment?
Kingsley Amaliba of the NDC, there was say. Nana Jima Julius of the MPP, there was say. Courage Nobi of the Movement for Change, Afra Franto, there was a we are still shocked by the loss of Kwabena Bache. There was